Hey, lovelies. Ow, I just broke my nail. Ow, look. Ah. I have to get my nails done when I'm done this story time. Alright, so we gonna wrap this up. Hey lovelies, welcome back to your girl Starryluuv's channel. In today's video, it's a story time. So if you guys were watching my Snapchat last night, I told you that I was going to do a story time. I was bored and that I wanted to do a story time, and I get 4 options. And the story that got picked the most was the story about the time my friend slept with Bae. So we're gonna jump right into the story. So I was about 19 years old, and at this point I was in college, and there was a guy that I was talking to while getting to know and stuff, and we were friends, but we were getting to know each other, we were talking and stuff, and I ended up leaving school for whatever reasons, and I would be back home, and some weekends I would travel back to where my school was to hang out with my friends. Like, my friends would invite me down, and I would travel down to go see them, and I would see him when I was down there as well. Like, if my friends have parties and stuff, he was, of course, invited because he was friends with them as well, or he was friends of a friend. So we're gonna call him Joseph. So Joseph and I were talking or whatever, and when I wasn't down there, we would be texting or snapping each other, whatever. And one weekend, I remember it was the summer, and my friend, we're gonna call her Julie. My friend Julie and I had went down to visit our friends, and Tish, that's the girl's name, Tish comes over to the house with this big bottle of wine, and we're all just, sipping and talking. Oh, I pulled the nail off. We're just sipping and talking, and she starts talking about how she was messing with this guy, how she slept with this guy, and he had a chicken nugget. And I remembered her talking about that because a while ago, like a couple months ago, she had posted on Snapchat talking about how guys are always talking about their member sizes and blah blah blah. And at that time, I was weak because I'm like, yo, you're really scandalous for posting this on Snapchat. So I had snapped her saying that, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. And then come to find out now, she's telling the story, and she says that it was Joseph that she slept with. So Julie is doing my hair, and I pinch Julie, and Julie looks at me, and all of my friends look at me because everybody that was in the house knew that Joseph and I were talking. So Tish is still going, talking about how she slept with him, and his joint was a chicken nugget, basically it was bite-sized, going on and on and on. And I'm like, but you knew that I was talking to Joseph. Like, this isn't news to you, like, you knew. So she's still talking. We listen to the story, and when she leaves, everybody in the house looks at me, and I'm like, yes, it is exactly what you think it is. She's talking about Joseph. So after that weekend, I did not speak to Tish. Like, I didn't text her, I didn't call her, I didn't beep her because I didn't want to reach her. So we're still going, and I remember I came down that year for my 19th birthday to celebrate it because I was 18. No, yeah, it was 18. I turned 19 later on. So I come down to celebrate I was 20 in the story time, sorry. So I come down for my 20th birthday, and we end up, my friends and I go out or whatever, and the weekend's over, and I end up on campus with them because they had to do a couple of things before I left to go back to New York. Well, to come back to New York. So I'm walking around campus saying hi to whoever I see and stuff, and we're just talking or whatever. And Joseph sees me. No, Tish sees me first. Ooh, Tish sees me. She goes, hey, Star, so you're not going to say hi to me or whatever? I'm like, oh, hey, Tish. Like, in my head, I'm like, I really don't want to talk to you because you dead slept with the guy that I was talking to. And as a friend, you don't do stuff like that. So it was whatever. Then I'm walking on campus still, and I bump into Joseph. Well, he bumps into me. He runs me. He goes, so Star, you don't know nobody no more? And I'm like, do I know you? And then he starts talking. I'm like, you can go talk to Tish. I was like, I know y'all slept together. And I calmly walked away. So I guess he was stuck for a couple of seconds because he was just standing there, and I'm way down the block. So he runs up to me. He goes, you know about that? I was like, just because I don't go to school here anymore doesn't mean that news don't travel back to me in New York. So then he goes, oh, it wasn't even like that. I was like, what you mean it wasn't like that? I was like, did your little go, did your little pee-wee go in or not? Like, if you had sex with somebody, it was like that. And you knew she was my friend. So that makes it even worse. So now he's like, oh, it's not even like that. Following me around and just trying to have a conversation. I gave him a little conversation. After that, I didn't talk to him. And then, following that, like, Tish would like and comment on stuff that I post on social media, and I wouldn't respond. Like, I mean, I would like your comment, but I'm not responding to you, because at this point in my life, I'm where, I mean, I don't care anymore, but at this point in my life, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let somebody that's supposed to be my friend get to me like this. Like, I'm not gonna let you have power over me. And I felt like by me responding to her or being cordial or being like overly nice was making her think that her actions were okay. She probably doesn't even know that I'm upset. So I mean, Tish, if you watch this story, you know exactly how I feel. Like, you're a dead grimy. Like, you did me 1090 grimy by sleeping with Joseph. And you were blatant on social media talking about his little chicken nugget. I mean, it's neither here nor there. I don't know if he has a nugget or not, but yeah, so she, like, I mean, now she compliments yourself, and I'm a nice person, so I'm gonna just, like, thank you, keep it pushing, but I'm not sitting down and engaging in conversations. And the thing with that, with her, too, is, like, this isn't the first time that she's done something like this. Like, she's done it to another friend of ours as well. Like, friend was talking to this guy, sis invited him over, smashed and dashed, like, she's a serial base snatcher, like, hashtag base snatcher. And yeah, I mean, ladies, females, as a friend, you don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. I can't stress it enough. Like, oh, and I forgot some details. So before I found out that it was actually Joseph that Tish had slept with, she had stayed over my house. She stayed over my house. She came to the city for an event. I'm not going to say the event because then you guys will go through my social media and figure out who the person is. And I don't want that. That's messy. So she had ended up coming to my house because we had an event to go to. And this entire time, she knew that she had slept with Joseph. And she didn't tell me. I mean, she probably felt like she didn't need to tell me because we weren't in a relationship. But I mean, if I'm talking to a person, you let me know. You let me know. Because it's up to me if I wanted to say, you know what, even if she slept with him, I would still talk to him. But granted, if I had found out that Tisha slept with Joseph, there was no way in tarnation that I would be speaking to him after that. No. And she knew. She came up, rolled up in the bed, slept, whatever, had a great old time. Never told me that she slept with Joseph. I had to find out after she sipped like 2 cups of wine. Like, sis, you really played. You really played. Anyway, back to yeah, as a female, you don't do things like that to other friends. As a female, you don't do things like that, period. Like, it just looks bad on your part. And if you're comfortable with just swinging the cootie cat to anybody, that's not a good look. I mean, be strong in your sexuality or whatever it is that you got going on. Be strong in that. But honey boo boo sister child, no, don't do it. Don't, not to me. Don't do it to me, because I'll never talk to you again. Like, you'll exist, and I'll just pretend that you don't exist. There's a lot of people out here living that I just pretend don't exist. Like, I have no problem with not being a person's friend for the way they treat me. You gotta respect yourself, and you gotta love yourself more. And after that, I mean, Joseph and I don't talk till this day. I mean, he'll comment on snaps or whatever, or he'll comment or like a picture, but that's about it. We're not having no conversations because we have nothing to talk about. The moment you slept with Tish was the moment that you lost any chance or any opportunity of getting with Star. And I'm happy to say that I didn't need to be in that situation. God blocked that for a reason, because, you know, I've heard other things. But God had blocked that for a reason, and I am very much more grateful. I am happy in the life that I'm living right now. I'm happy in the situations that I'm in. So, yeah, this was just a little throwback story of the time my friend slept with me. Yo, this nail really looks bad. I need to go to the nail salon now. I really gotta go. So, thank you guys for watching the story. If you guys have, like, anything similar that has happened to you like this, drop a comment below. Let me know your story. Like, I'm interested. Because people out here are crazy. They real trifling. So, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Click on the little bell in the corner. Your girl loves you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll definitely see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, see, I was on a cool team, baby girl was a track star, little cutie in the Levi's, had a booty like a black girl, what, see, I adored you, wanted you in my dorm.